is Saturday, about 1 p.m. and I just left Doc's house. This wonderful human being who just, like, you know, like I was telling you guys, just picked me up, you know, as I was filming The Truth Is, and I stayed over for one night at his place, and we had a breakfast. He even treated me for breakfast, you know, in a little diner. It was amazing, you know. So this is the first time I'm driving on this trip without Joshvina, the wonderful, beautiful Joshvina, and she is still on the road to Idaho, Moscow, Idaho. It is 4:45 p.m. I just arrived, just about like 20 minutes ago. I arrived at Nikki's place. Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
She's my couch surfing host who hosts so much. She was just telling me that she had two guys from Argentina and they came by bikes, couch surf with her, and they were on the way to Alaska. Imagine, by bicycles, two guys, like all across the states from Eastern Coast, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Tell us briefly about Sioux Falls. Like, you know, what's Sioux Falls like? You know, where do you go? What do you do? What, you know, you said it's a little bit commercial town, kind of, right?
Pretty commercial town.
Right?
I mean, it feels like a giant suburb.
Okay.
It's kind of how I describe it to people. It takes up a lot of area, but basically instead of building up, Sioux Falls kind of builds out. So
I see.
It's one giant suburb is what it feels like.
I see.
So.
And what is Sioux? What is that? What does it mean, Sioux Falls? Is there meaning behind it?
Sioux is an Indian tribe.
Okay.
That, I mean, kind of, they have
Native
a lot
American.
of heritage here, but I mean, they don't really have a lot of influence as far as, you know, what goes on in Sioux Falls and stuff like that. I mean, there are a lot of native people around in the area and stuff, but I mean, it's, like I said, pretty commercial town, so
I see.
Not a whole lot of history.
How long have you been couch surfing, Nikki?
I've been doing it since probably 2009.
2009, good 3 years now, huh?
Yeah, hosting a lot of people. I mean, mostly I was living in the cities when I did it a lot. So
I see. Were you born in Sioux Falls?
No, I actually just moved here like a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
We
Where
can
from?
go right
Okay, man.
this way.
All right.
I'm actually from Minneapolis, St. Paul area in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So that's where I hail from.
So your whole family's there now?
Head west.
Oh, cool.
Then turn right.
And you know what else? I completed the whole drive that was supposed to be 4 hours. I did it in 3 hours for the same price. Can you imagine that? Sioux Falls, South Dakota is kind of not too fruitful so far. I mean, I've been going all over the place, you know, all over the city. There's the main street is called Phillips Avenue, and at this hour there's like barely anyone walking on the street. And according to my couchsurfing host Nikki, she says, I mean, she's from Minneapolis herself, and she says, you know, she's been living here for like a little over a year, and she wants to leave this area too, because, you know, when she arrived there was no culture whatsoever, like, you know, nothing happening in the city, no, I don't know, no bands, no music. I mean, maybe it did, but, you know, it wasn't evident. So, and now it's just getting up, like little by little, you know. But nevertheless, it seems like the mall is the place to go where it comes to seeing people, you know. So I'm gonna give it a try. There's the Empire Mall, and I'm basically in the parking of it. If you can see, it just says Pyre over there, but it's actually Empire. I'm gonna go shoot. The truth is, hopefully getting some, I don't know, 20-25 people, hopefully. And if so, then, you know, next destination would be Nebraska, Omaha. This is almost 7 p.m. on a Sunday, and this is the main street. This is the most populated street in South Dakota. I mean, in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Look at this. There's barely any people walking, and bars close at 8 p.m. Can you imagine? Sioux Falls. Today is my last day in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and guess what? There's four more couch surfers coming tonight, which are already here. And your names are?
Nilani.
Ilani?
Proctor.
Nilani.
Jamie.
Dustin Hoffman is in the house. Alex.
Mike.
Mike is the roommate of Nikki.
Tom.
And Tom Cruise is another roommate of Nikki. And the guys are in the band. What is the name of the band? Maybe briefly, like you can brief us about the band.
The band name.
Why, when, how long, and where are you going with it?
The band name is Nilani Proctor. It's my project.
Right.
Alex plays bass. I play guitar and sing, and Dustin is the drums, and Jamie is our merch roadie.
All right.
And
what kind of music?
We play alternative indie rock music, like Alanis Morissette almost.
Oh, okay.
And
what inspired you? What inspired you to come together?
That's what people say. It's like Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette? Never heard that before. Inspiration.
Whatever. Inspiration
and you guys are all,
is life. Inspiration is life.
And you're all from Iowa?
Yes, we're from Iowa.
What part of again?
Keokuk.
Keokuk. That's a very interesting. Is it the Indian Native American name?
Yes,
okay.
named after Chief Keokuk.
Does it mean anything?
Of the Sioux tribes.
Thanks, man.
All right.
We're part of Sioux Falls in a way.
Is this your first time? First time in South Dakota?
Yes, it's our first time in South Dakota.
All right. And you guys like traveling?
This is our first Midwest tour. Yesterday we were in Omaha, and tomorrow we'll be in Fargo.
Right. Which I came from.
Yes, you came from Fargo,
Yeah.
and you're going to Omaha.
And I'm going to Omaha, but you were there, right? And Mike is a roommate of Nikki, probably some time, right? You've been roommates for some time.
About a year now.
About a year.
I think, maybe.
And Tom is of Mexican descent. I would never think, yeah. And he's a musician too, who plays also in like indie rock, right? Would you say, or is it alternative, right?
Yeah, right now.
What was the name of the band that you were in?
Is in a band called Author.
Author, right.
Recent one, yeah.
Okay. And really beautiful music, by the way. Like I really liked it. He played a couple of tunes, and yeah, I'm looking forward, maybe like listening to it maybe on the road. Monday, July 30th, 2012. About 11:24, I'm heading out to Omaha, Nebraska, staying with Daniel, couchsurfing host, and so I wanted to show you guys what tools I use on this road trip. What are the essentials to bring on this road trip, staying with couchsurfing hosts for like a couple of days or 3 days maximum, or sometimes even one night. So I just want to show you what's in the car, you know, what I take to my host and everything like that. So the most useful tool is this Android phone, which I use for basically every single thing, you know, looking up things, GPS. It's got 4G. It's the Samsung Galaxy 3S, and I just got it right before coming on this trip. I just hooked up this particular Valentine one. It's my brother's radar detector. Beautiful. Radar detector. And I figured, you know, it's actually gonna be warning me if I'm speeding, you know, way out of, like if there is any police that's, you know, just, you know, trying to catch some people who are going too fast. Since I'm all by myself on this trip, I figure if I go just slightly over, say, you know, if the limit is 75 speed limit, I would go 85, and in most cases it's kind of allowed to go 10 miles over, but in some states probably not. So I figure, you know, I'm gonna put this radar detector. Why am I saying radio? Crazy. So radar detector, and then it's gonna warn me beforehand if there is anyone with a gun shooting at me, like there is no tomorrow. So what else is in the car? I bring a lot of water. I usually get like spring water, if you can see, and I just fill up my Camelback, this particular bottle that I can just hook up on my you know, on my belt, on my pants, whenever I'm traveling, whenever I'm like on the go, you know, filming with the frame, the Truth Is frame, as you can see here. Bike, I rarely use it now. I mean, I was using it more when Jashrina was in the car, I mean with me traveling. You know, my trusty camera bag that has all the essentials, speakers for the iDance project, the MP3 player that I fill up. This is 400 watt inverter that I picked up at the AutoZone before the trip, and this I bought on Amazon, which I rarely use because I can basically just plug in through the power, you see this, through the USB, and then just recharge the phone, which is much faster than through this particular approach, you know, 12 volt. So 110 volt recharging of the phone is much faster. Let me show you what's in the bag that I bring, like the bag of essentials. So this is like a food bag, you know, there's like bread and you know, peanut butter inside, things like that, you know, little cheddar cheese, and clean clothes here, you know, all the essentials for deodorant, shaving cream, toothpaste, you name it, you know, all the like bathroom essentials. My trusty sleepers that I bring to every host so I can, you know, keep my feet clean. This is for video editing, the headphones, not to disturb my host, and this bag is filled with dirty laundry. So, alright, and that's basically it in this bag. I take just this bag whenever I need to edit some videos. I bring this bag, which has the laptop, the recharger, and external hard drive. And this particular towel is very useful because it dries very quick, like within half an hour or so. So I bought this specifically for this trip. For the first time ever, I'm using such a towel, and it's made by, let's see, let's find out. It's made by Rhyolite C2 Summit. So basically, yeah, it's got microfiber, something like that. Anyway, so it was like about 25 bucks or so at Paragon Sports. Hang it back up. See? So it dries. So I'm getting on the road, heading out, and if you have any comments, questions, be sure to shoot me up on thetruthis.org/road-trip. And until next time, I'll see you guys in Nebraska. See you later.